Hi, I'm Wei Sung Lin. I'm an internist in the state of Washington. In this video, I would like to share with you why I think it's so crucial to vote for the re-election of President Trump. Let me tell you a little bit myself. I grew up in China and I came to the US in my 20s as a student. But I love this country. I've made this my home. I've been a citizen for 20 some years and I've voted in every single election since then. None of them, though, is as important as this one because this election will literally determine if America will continue to be the great nation that I've come to know and love. Now, when one considers what's so great about America, one can name some obvious things like being the wealthiest nation on earth, the most powerful nation, the freedom of its people to speak and pursue their dreams, and also what I appreciate very much is the love of its people uh, when to embrace immigrants like myself to settle here from different culture. Now, some of these attributes may still be present for a while if President Trump is not re-elected, but what will be lost are the foundation underneath these great attributes. The foundation for the America greatness is the three C's, I would call them. That's the Christianity, the Constitution, and capitalism. America is great because it's good foundation of these three C's. Without them, America would not have become a great nation. It could not become a great nation, and it would not be able to remain a great nation. Let's say that this is coming from someone who lived in a country uh, without any of these three C's, and therefore I found them the most precious because having or not having these three C's, capitalism, Christianity, and the Constitution, made all the difference. Let me expand a little bit more on them. Christianity means the Christian faith, the biblical morality, and God's blessing from above. America's history started when the pilgrims came from Europe in search of a land of religious liberty. And these pilgrims and explorers eventually fought to build a nation that's founded on the principle that all men are created equal. Even though they didn't intend to establish a nation of theocratic system, but the Christian morality was woven into every fabric of American life. If you travel to any older city or town, you will see that right in the center of the town square would be a church and a courthouse. That tells us that the respect for law and the reverence for God were the guiding principles by which Americans lived by. And a nation that honors God would be blessed by God. And that's why God has blessed America to quickly grow from a fledgling nation of colonists into the mighty force for good in the world, being the beacon of light and hope for freedom for all those people who were oppressed. Everybody wanted to come to America if they could, because that's where the freedom is found, the freedom that's guaranteed by the Constitution, which is the second C. Now, a lot of countries say that they could have some freedom, but their freedom, like the one in China, was not guaranteed by the Constitution. When the ruling party, when I grew growing up, the ruling party was controlling every aspect of our life. There was no freedom. You're not free to think, you're not free to speak your mind, and you're not free to choose where to live and what work you do. The party controlled that. Later on, there was some limited reform and some limited freedom, but that was dished out by the ruling party. It was not guaranteed by a constitution, or not a constitution the ruling party had to abide by. And therefore, when they feel threatened by this freedom, they would take it back, like it is now in Hong Kong. But in America, that liberty is guaranteed by the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, and therefore people really feel empowered to uh, speak their mind, pursue their dream, driven by their desire and conscience. And now, certainly, when there is guaranteed freedom, there could be abuse, but there are guide rails. The guide rails would be uh, the Christian morality to guide people towards doing good, and the free market economy which reward uh, good works that have benefited others. And therefore, all three works together, the three C's. So the third C, capitalism, is also very important. Capitalism means the right to own property and the free market economy that allow and promote hard work and excellence of people driven by their desire for better life. Their hard work, in turn, would end up serving others and leads to innovation that enrich the lives of many who live here and around the world. We can name automobile, computers, smartphones, internet, and many medical advances that were initiated in the US. There are smart people all over the world, including in China, but the reason why so many of them become more successful here after coming to the US is because of the system here in the US based on the three C's as the foundation. And that's why the US has become so successful and for make so many people successful as well. So why is it important to vote for President Trump after knowing about the three C's? Well, because while President Trump would uphold all these core values, his opponents, the Democrats, assault these values every day. I have another video which dissect how the Democrats are doing that and how we are now at the brink of losing our beloved nation because of their assault on the foundation, the three C's. But for today, my take-home message is that a vote for President Trump is a vote to uphold these great values that make America great. Thank you for hearing me out.